So, like a lot of other folks here in the US, I've been doing a lot of thinking and a lot of ranting, mostly in my own head, because this is, I don't know what this is, but there are a couple of things, though, that have been sitting with me for quite a few days. And they are specific memories about what it felt like when I swore an oath to the Constitution. First time I did it, I think, was in the spring of '99. And of course, it was related to a job. And I'd had in my head that this was just another little checklist going through the job process. Like, you fill out the application, you have an interview, you sign papers for HR, you swear an oath, and you have a job. So I went and I swore an oath to the Constitution. And what I felt then was a very clear understanding that what I was doing was not just a job. It was not just anything. It was tied to basic tenets that, even though I'm not patriotic, are very much aligned with my own. How I choose to move through the world and see the world and hope for the world. Although my thoughts weren't that grandiose back then. But there was an internal knowing that, oh, I'm responsible for something other than just the job. And truthfully, I didn't give much thought to it. I just started doing the job. And doing the job and doing the job and doing the job until I got another job that was sort of like, moving up in the world. And again, as part of said job, I had to swear an oath to the Constitution. And this time, the second time, perhaps because I was slightly more mature, perhaps because the roles I was in were shifting, but I already knew it was not just a job, and I already knew it wasn't just about me. What I knew the second time I swore an oath to the Constitution was that within my heart, within the very center of my being, that the ideas that had become ideals through a lot of blood and sweat and death and work, those ideals were directly connected to this role I was moving into in the justice system. The gravity of the ceremony which was very brief. I mean, there's only but a few words you have to swear. Connected within me and around me in a way that has clearly not happened with these yahoos within the federal government who have recently sworn an oath to the Constitution and its ideas and ideals that have come to fruition through the blood and sweat and death and work, so much hard work that is heartbound in the recognition of humans as more than just labor. That our differences are what makes us these United States. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around how these elected officials can't feel that or know that or do and are flying in the face of, with the greatest disrespect, an egotistical machinations around personal power. The contrasts for me are so great in the attempt to turn something so glorious into glorious and solid, I thought, into toilet paper. 2 weeks ago, I thought the Constitution would hold. I don't think that anymore. Perhaps it's too early to say. But I don't think the Constitution will hold because those ideas that became ideals heart-bound ideas, ground-bound ideas require people. They require action. They require energy. They require things that I have not seen in response at the scale that I think we need. I can't speak for anybody else. I can say in my own experience, I am profoundly exhausted. And it has something to do with this American collective psyche, what the fuck. And it also has to do with personal things. Like, I don't have the energy. I have no energy. And I don't know what to do except to keep myself focused on the missing and murdered Indigenous women work and on my painting. To me, that right now, I feel like that's the only thing I can do. I don't know, but those are my most recent thoughts on this. I mean, I have more. Oh boy, do I have more. I don't have anything else to say. I can't get there. I just can't get there.